Welcome to paradise. Good morning. It's Sunday, September 4th. Tomorrow is Labor Day. Before I get to where I'm going next week, I just wanted to mention I go on my YouTube channel. The only time I go on there is to upload videos. I don't really spend any time on there. And a couple days ago, I uploaded a video, and for the first time, I noticed my subscriber count, and it said 58. Now, most of these people that do YouTube stuff for a living would laugh at 58 subscribers, but if you remember the first video I did, I mentioned if I could get 10 subscribers, I would consider this a success. So that's 6 times more than I expected. So for me, that's very successful. Now, I know not everybody who subscribes, people subscribe maybe because they want to get notified if I'm fishing a lake they fish, that kind of thing. They're not really following the whole story of the year, lake to lake. But I got to believe a percentage of people, of you, are watching this series for the reason I'm making this series. To, you don't get to fish as much as me, so you get to come along, kind of strategize and all that, see a different lake all the time. I mentioned in the very beginning video about, if you just want to watch a guy catch giant fish, you can go to all kinds of YouTube channels. Obviously, you're not here to watch me catch giant fish, because the only giant fish I've caught so far was that catfish. But you'll see when you're watching this video, I've caught my first 4-pounder of the year, so that was good. Now I got to go catch a 4-pounder on the road. That would be even more, I think, rewarding. So anyway, next week. Okay, so Labor Day is the unofficial end of summer here. After Labor Day, people start taking their boats off. They keep the water levels up for about a week or two, and then they start to lower it. They give people a chance, get your boats off, and then they let them know, okay, we're dropping it. It starts slow, and then it accelerates. So by the start of October, they're dropping it like 2 feet a week, and then it's down by the end of October. So the season ends quick. It's not the end of the season necessarily, but it limits things. There's very few ramps that you can launch from, that kind of thing. And weather-wise, I can't fish when the air temperature in the daytime is near 40 degrees or less. My hands don't work, so I can't even go fishing. So I usually in my mind say that November 1st is the end of the season. I've had years where I've gone into November, and I've had years where I didn't even make it to November 1st. So, but anyway, I'm going back to the Coeur d'Alene River. I'm going into Anderson Lake. I want to do that before they start dropping. They drop their water about the same time we do. So I want to do it before they start dropping the water. So the plan is, I'll show you on the map again. It's not a detailed map, but I'll kind of just give you an idea. My recollection of Anderson Lake was a whole bank of tules, shallow water, and then deep water out towards the middle. I'm assuming that water's higher today than it was when I was there, because I was there in May, and I don't think it was at full pool. It could have been, but I don't think it was. Those tules might be in a couple of feet of water, and if they are, I'm going to be doing some flipping. Flipping and frogs are like the 2 things I do the least of. I enjoy frog fishing. It's not a lot of opportunity where I live. It's just not that kind of lake. Plus, my arm gets sore because I'm using a heavy, I'm basically using a flipping stick when I frog fish, so I can drive the hooks in, because I lose a lot of frog fish. Or I used to lose them when I fish. So I have a heavy rod, and it wears my arm out. So I don't do it much, but I'm going to be doing it here. I'm going to be targeting the thick vegetation with a frog and a flipping stick. I learned about flipping from a guy named D. Thomas back 20 years ago. I met him at the Fred Hall show, one of those Fred Hall fishing shows, and he was the father of flipping. I guess in the 70s he started doing it, but they didn't call it flipping. He called it tule dipping. What he used to do. Now I'm going to tell this story by my recollection. My memory is not the greatest, and so if I'm wrong about any details, I apologize to D. Thomas. But what he told me was he used to use a cane pole, and it was like, I'm going to say 10 to 12 feet long, with the line tied to the end. Didn't even use a reel. And he would put the boat against the tules, and he could extend his arm out 10 to 12 feet from the boat and dip his lure in the tules. That's why he called it tule dipping. And the other he was winning tournaments, and the other competitors complained that it was an unfair advantage. So they actually made a rule in tournament fishing. The longest rod you could use was 8 feet. I don't know if that rule still stands today, but they implemented it to kind of reduce his advantage, I guess. But he's kind of known as the father of flipping. So I got fired up, like, you know, when I met Aaron, I got fired up about drop shotting. When I met Don Iavino, I got fired up about learning the sonar. Well, when I met D. Thomas, I said, I'm going to get into flipping, but I just don't enjoy it. I did it. I tried it. I got a flipping stick. You know, I did the whole thing. I didn't catch a lot of fish. I never caught a big fish. Maybe that's why. I just don't enjoy it. It's one of the techniques. It's like spooning. I don't enjoy spooning either. And so I never really got into it. But I'm going to do it here if what I'm expecting to be there is there. Because you figure that lake gets fished all summer. So the easy spots get fished hard, the edge of the weeds, that kind of thing. I'll make a pass. I'll have the spinnerbait tied on and the popper for open water, weed edges, that kind of thing. But the fish who get the least amount of pressure are going to be in the thick stuff, because people don't want to go through the effort. You get weeds all over your boat. You know, sometimes you just can't get back in there. So those are the ones I'm mainly going to be targeting when I'm out there. The frog on the surface, and the flipping into the holes in the weeds, and the tules. So that's my plan. I'll pull up the map again. I'll kind of just remind you what that looks like. It's not a detailed map, but I'll just show you kind of what it is, where I'm going and everything. Okay, so there's Lake Coeur d'Alene. There's the river. There's Anderson Lake. They don't show on this map, but there's actually a launch ramp right there. So I launch right across the river from this inlet to Anderson. I just idle across. You can see how narrow the river is. It's very narrow. Idle in, and I won't probably use the outboard all day. I'll be on the trolling motor. My recollection is this is shallow, this bay. This is shallow in here, and it was shallow all the way down this edge of the lake, but it was deep in here. So I'll probably just pull in here. You'll see me Tuesday morning. I'll be right here getting ready, and then I'm just going to work the trolling motor and the weeds and the tules all the way down the bank as far. It's going to be a slow, methodical process, so I'm not going to fish the whole lake. I may do 2 days. If I can get a limit on day one, I'll probably come back and fish the part of the lake I don't fish, and try to make it two videos. I'm going to play it by ear, you know, but next time you see me, it'll be Tuesday morning, right in here in Anderson Lake. Okay, it's Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock. I'm in Anderson. Water's dirty. It's a little cool, actually. We're in the 40s now at night, but there's no clouds. It's probably going to warm up, and I'm fishing this bank here. I can see the matted weeds on top, and then you got the tules behind that. So I'm going to be fishing. Basically, I'm cutting the lake in half today. I'm fishing this half of the lake all the way down to the corner. So I'll throw the popper, the spinnerbait. I'll throw the frog, and I'll flip. My GoPro is It's got a mind of its own. Okay, let's go. So I decided with the sun low in the sky, I'm gonna run my top water on the edge of these mats all the way down, and if I still have time, I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna run it on the inside edge. You can see it's matted, and then it's got water between it and the tules, and then I'll run the frog on the matted stuff, and then I'm gonna head to the tules and fish. GoPro, start recording. Here's my first one, and I think I had another one that, oh, did he get me? Where is he? There he is. Oh man, what is that? That's a bass. That's a little guy. Man, there's so much bait in here. How could he be so skinny? I gotta tell you, while I got the camera rolling, I had a vicious strike on my frog coming through here. Is he even 12 inches? Let me check. Oh my God, I don't know if it was a bass. Man, I think he tried to slap it with his tail. Yeah, it's a keeper, so we're gonna weigh him. Anyway, man, I let him pull it. He slapped it. I mean, it was it was one of the most vicious strikes I've ever had. Couldn't get a hook in him. This guy's barely over a pound. He's really skinny. 1 pound, 4 ounces. Well, it's a start. There you go, buddy. GoPro, stop recording. What I've been doing is I'm throwing the frog, the spinnerbait, and the popper, depending on, as I'm moving along. 1, 4, and this is spinnerbait water right in here. Not thick weeds, shallow, dirty. I may have had a strike just before him. Now I got him. So I'm kind of in the corner. I worked kind of fast, but I'm kind of down in the corner. I'm going to slow down with the spinnerbait and work this area. Well, I'm flipping. I basically fished the edges of this thick stuff. I caught that one little one down in the corner, and I had one explode on the frog in the same area, so I've got that on my radar, to go back there. But I'm gonna do a little flipping. There's the tules. I haven't even gone there yet. That's next. See if there's water on those tules. Unfortunately, I got another one of these days. Bluebird skies, no wind. So I mean, that would have them hunkered down in here. The frog and the topwater I pretty much put away. But anyway, so far not a lot of action, but I got time. See if I can get a couple on this. I tell you what, if I get them flipping, by the time I turn the camera on, the fight will be over. Well, I gotta say, I guess the water's up a little. It ain't up by much. I mean, I'm in a foot of water here. There's the bottom. Maybe 1.5 feet. Okay, so there's the tules back there. Yeah, well, let's see. When I was here last time, I was fishing the edge of those. This wasn't here. I'm guessing. This is all new. It's the tall stuff that's here all year, and I think the water was right right to the edge of that, and I don't think it's much deeper. Oh, it got deeper. Oh, this is interesting. I wanted to flip in those tules, but there's got to be some water on them. Let's keep going here. Yeah, it's 2 feet here. Well, maybe I can get back there. Okay, I'll get back to you. GoPro, start recording. Oh, got one on the... Oh, that's a good one, I think. Yeah, he's all right. Well, I'll be darned. I'll tell you what I did here. I changed my... come here. Oh, he's in the weed. Come here. Come here. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, geez, John, you stupid. There he is. Oh, geez, not bad. God, they're skinny. I guess they're, look how skinny he is. Oh my God. See how skinny? I mean, he should be over 2. I'm not sure that's a 2-pound fish. I can't flip the tules. I'm not sure if I'm remembering right, but it seemed like those are the tules way in the back. I can't flip them. There's nothing there. So, geez, I've only been doing this 10 minutes, so I'm going to be doing... What I did was I threw the Senko. It's about 2 feet here. Yeah, he's 2 pounds 1 ounce. Barely. So, GoPro, stop recording. See this stuff here? It's in about 2 feet of water. I don't need to flip. I can pitch my Senko, you know, like I do in the spring. And I don't think I've been doing it 10 minutes. That's my second fish of the day. So, and I got a lot of it. So I'm gonna stick to that at least, because, you know, I've eliminated a lot of stuff. I caught that little one on the spinnerbait in there, but the edges of the weeds, nothing. I can flip this heavy stuff as a secondary pattern, which I probably will do, because it's fairly deep out there. So, but this is my pattern for now. I'm gonna go right down the bank with my Senko, pitching ahead of the boat into these, I don't know, I guess they're tules, weeds, whatever. GoPro, start recording. I think I got one, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's moving. See the weeds moving? Oh yeah, here he is. Oh my God, that's funny. Another little guy, but you know what? I'm going for my limit. I think I mentioned that. 5 fish. I want 5 keeper fish. And that's 3. He's not very much, pound and I'm gonna say 1/6. Let's say 1/7. 1/7. I was close. See you, pal. GoPro, stop recording. That's 3. 1/7. So I got 3 fish at noon. noon. I started at 8. I mean, if I keep that up, I should have a limit by 4. I would have loved to have caught that frogfish because he was a decent sized one. Okay, let's keep going. I'm fishing in this shallow stuff. There's actually, I think the best part of this is I caught that one and I kept going this way. I think behind me on that stretch all the way to the entrance I think is better, but I just wanted to do this first. Oh, GoPro, start recording. Other one. Well, I think he's a keeper. Is he a keeper? I gotta put him on the board. I don't think he's gonna make it. I pulled some line off of a tree coming in here. Remember I told you in one of my videos, when you have an opportunity, take a couple of minutes, and no, he's not 12. Doke. GoPro, stop. Look at this. Ah, somebody's line. Jesus Christ. Look what I got. You're not going to believe this. My GoPro camera is charging. I snagged line. There's a dead bass at the end of this line. Somebody hooked him, and I don't know how he broke off because he's not very big. Actually, he's little. There he is. There he is. Oh, they were using a Senko just like me. Well, oh, and he swallowed the hook. Well, I'll tell you, this was an adventure. I'm gonna take the hook out of his. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. Oh my God, I just had. Whew, hold on, let me catch my breath. Oh, I got it on camera. I just had something really big, really big. Why won't they eat it? I was reeling in. I pitched my, hold on, my heart's racing. Whew. I pitched my Senko in there. I was reeling it in, and something really big came out of the water and didn't eat it. There's these blackbirds. Well, I spooked them, but they're sitting like right there on the edge, and it reminded me of a tournament that Aaron Martins fished a tournament on Lake Havasu, and he was fishing tules, and those blackbirds were laying their nests right on the tules at the water level, and I think he saw a bass either swirl or actually eat a bird that fell out of the nest. And so he started going along and he was targeting bird nests. Every time he'd see a blackbird nest, he'd pitch to it. Anyway, he won the tournament doing that. I'm pretty sure it was on Havasu. Well, I got one. It's right at 4 o'clock, and I got him. Oh, buddy, you know, I think I killed him. Oh my God, look what I did. Jeez. I gotta cut the trailer hook. Otherwise, I'm gonna mess him up big time. There you go, pal. All right, that's it for today. Let me set up the big camera. I'll close this one out. This is that cove right next to where I come in, and I like it. Right depth, not too much weeds. Okay, 4 o'clock, time to go home. I had 3 keepers. I got, let's see, 2 pound, 1 ounce, 1.7, that's 3.8. 1.4 is 4 pounds and 12 ounces. I had 4 in the boat, 3 were keepers, 1 was short. I missed 3 that I would have traded all 4. Actually, I got 5 in the boat, if you want to count that last guy. I would have traded them all for the 3 that I didn't get in the boat. One, I saw my line moving off of the tule, and when I set the hook, the line broke. It was probably a pike, but I could have had a weak knot. One came up, I think I got both of these on this camera, I'm not sure, but one, I was working the frog this morning, and he exploded on it. I stopped, and I think he pulled it under, and when I set the hook, it just came flying out. And the other one, it was kind of close to the boat. I threw my Senko into the tules, and then I was reeling it in to make another pitch, and he just, man, whatever it was big. Now the glimpse I got, it was dark, so it didn't look like a largemouth, but it could have been a giant smallie. You know, I don't usually catch smallmouth in weedy areas, but could have been. Anyway, I might be crazy, but I'm coming back tomorrow, and I'm gonna fish water I haven't fished. This cove especially, I like this cove. I'll see if I can make two videos out of the 2 days, or if I'm gonna have to put it all into one. But I feel like that was my best water today. We'll see. I'll come back, do it again tomorrow. Okay, thanks for watching.